Samurai mode engaged.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 더 필요함.
Full of girl and full of gun and that thing on top of me. Like girl and smuggle up and we can hear the damn king. All about the US and the Benjamin Franklin. We coming from the bottom of the heading to the ranking. So see them acting softer than a napkin. She gonna know the girl like shower ranking on the banking. Fucking up the roads, leave them up and leave them blanking. One thing to run up on the crocodile around thing. And I'm in the field and round the field and down.
새로운 여왕 준비됨.
street board. The girl can tell the general say fi leave road. That runs me gonna fire pussy with a free board. All when I face mode, remember me face load. Me living at the streets, me no got the slave mode. And when you come to girl, me sharper than J sword. Take me a dog for not know when the J down a phone. The kill dead like the dog a road. Uptown one, more water board. Chain on my neck and on the front of board. Watch from my wrist, yeah, she on the road. Drive out to the man and stay on the road. I get the head from my free from the door. And I'm moving and I'm feel like gone. Want to get the money to the cheese can run. So it doesn't have to was a mean or run. I'm popping my feet on the streets or someone will be there. I'm gonna feel and gone. Big fat machine on the street and gun. Gonna look at her behind pussy she run.
대군주 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 에너지 에너지 병력이 대군주로 있음. 부족 광물 충분치 않음. 에너지 부족함. 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 전망 위에서 에너지 대군주 군락지가 직접 공격받고 있음. 여왕 생성 성공. 에너지 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 진화 완료. 받아들 수 없는 명령임. 에너지 충분치 않음. 에너지 부족함. 왕래 고갈됨. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 천막 조명이 공격받고 있음. 에너지 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 베스핀 가스 더 받아들일 수 없는 명. 에너지 부족함. 군단 병력이 베스핀 가스 부족함. 왕래 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 에너지 부족함. 군단이 진화했음. 에너지 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 에너지 부족함. 대군주 더 필요함. 천막 조명이 공격받고 있음. 여왕 생성 성공. 추가 베스핀 에너지 충분치. 대군주 에너지 베스핀 가스 더 있어야 함. 광물 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 진화 완료. 광맥 소진됨. 적이 일벌레 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 일벌레가 공격받고 있음. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 보급품 한도에 도달함. 받아들일 수 없는 력. 안됨. 불가능함. 보급품 한도에 유전자 변형됨. 적이 일본 안된 공격 중. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 변이 안됨. 불가능함. 보급품 한도에 도달. 군단이 진화. 군대 에너지 부족하고 있음. 추가 베스핀 가스 필요함. 에너지 중. 베스핀 가스. 베스핀 가스. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 추가 베스핀 가스 필요함. 광맥 고갈됨. 천막 중량이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 진화 완료. 받아들일 수 없. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 에너지. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Well, if I walk on, well, then can start up.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 베스핀 가스 부족함. 광물지대 말라. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 왕맵 소진됨. 군단 병력이 공격받고 받아들일 수 없는 명령임.
Why did I win? You had a full night's rest, but according to the timer, you're only gone for 30 minutes. Sea of Whiskey threw down 100 gifted earlier. Alright. Why did I win? Why did I win? Why did I lose? We won! Why did I win? Brazil server. Opponent has a ping advantage, but that's fine. We can decision making our way through it. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Pretty normal opening, all things considered. I feel refreshed after losing to that barcode Smurf Terran. Showing us the importance of having the Overlord at the cliff jump for the Reaper. So there's a branch in the decision tree for the Reaper. Do they go up into the main or to the natural? And this is the cliff here, so this Overlord was very wisely showing us which way the Reaper was going. Hellbat push here. My Bane Nest was on time for when I want to make it, so this is one of those crisis management situations. It's an early Hellbat attack. What makes this early is they didn't take a third. If they did take a third and then went for this, I would have had Baneling Nests ready to make Banes. But because they went for an early attack, Yeah. And this is fine. I lose some queens. I lose some drones, but because there's no third, the third was taken really late through this, I'm okay. These are acceptable losses, you could call them. It's acceptable. Not preferable per se, but acceptable. Getting an overseer with my queens as soon as I can, and also making queens 3 at a time is good. Pretty good move there. Big supply block at 82. Oof, that's a mistake. Okay. This Overlord is giving us lots of good info. I'm going to go for an Overseer Scout to see if it's Mech or Bio. Because the Hellion Banshee opening doesn't necessarily commit the player to Mech or Bio. A Bio player is going to want an Armory anyway if they plan to take 2-2. So, it's fine. Okay, we see no add-on here, so that's a tell for Mech. And then we see Starport Tech Lab and 3 factories, so it's Mech. It's Mech, and there's a 4th command center going, which this also means that I won't really be attacked for a long time. These also being tech labs means that I won't face a huge amount of cyclones right away. They changed the cyclone where you can make them 2 at a time from a reactor factory if you want to. But for them to have 2 of them with tech labs is committing them more to like tanks and Thors and stuff. They could just make 1 tech lab and then 2 reactors if they wanted to go for the cyclone upgrade in a cyclone style. So that's a good read. We get the cancel on this just in time. Kill a Banshee. A Banshee kill for a hatch cancel, it seems like a really good trade. And I can still drone up my bases. Being over-droned is fine, and then just transferring them later. Because this is the phase of the game right now where I do have some space to drone. There's some Hellions driving up, but because my creep is further now, I'm not quite as concerned about that. Nice Banshee donation there. That's the power of having an Overseer with your Queen group. This Queen, man, so powerful. Deflecting 8 Hellions by herself. Very brave. Did I win or lose this game? We won this game. But for this format, I'm going over every match, whether I win or lose, to try to figure out why. Why did I win or lose? Opponent is mixing in some Thors. I guess that's just in case I were to go Spire. But I'm going for a Hive instead. I have my melee and Carapace. I got those started before I knew that it was going to be Mech. And I got the Roach Warren once I found out it was going to be Mech. Having Roachling Ravager is a really great composition versus Mech in general. Fast, cheap units that generally trade pretty well against tanks and stuff. So they're making all tanks from their factories right now. This is a good example of a phase of the game where just utilizing the map for resources and expansions and not being in a terrible rush to go for an attack. I'm breaking rocks right now because I don't feel like I'm ready to take a big trade yet. They do have a lot of tanks out now. It'll be pretty ouch to attack into them. But I'm mining way more than them. A lot more minerals. And a bit more gas. Getting another Overseer for my queens. And I sent this Overseer to contaminate. This was the Overseer that was originally with the Queen group. And I'm sending this to get a follow-up scout. And then also to contaminate this factory. Contaminate's a pretty strong ability. And it feels like it's always been a little bit underused. But it delays a unit, it doesn't kill a unit. Okay, so we contaminate that. That means this tank is going to be stuck, not producing for a while. Okay, so I saw this base going up just on the low ground. And I wanted to contest that. The safer play for them is just to fly out a command center and then make a planetary, because it's more vulnerable while it's being built. So because I denied that, that means that now they're actually in a lot of pressure because of their main base mining out. So they're on 2.5 base mineral income now instead of 3. because they can't transfer from their main to their fourth. And Mech is a little bit more gas dependent than mineral dependent, but still, we also delayed the gas income at the fourth base by getting a cancel there. And I have a fifth now, so we'll just be pulling further and further ahead by being able to efficiently mine and having more bases. They did get a decent bit of harass there with some liberators being sent in my bases. They have +1 attack. I'm getting +2 melee. More liberator harass. This one has 13 kills. A little bit embarrassing for me, but make of these things what you will. Hey, we delayed the space again. Great. Greato. Making a bunch of Banes now. The great thing about roaches and zerglings is that you can morph more powerful units from them without changing your supply count too much, just to increase the value density of your army. So I'm maxed, but my army is a lot more valuable now because I made those lings into Banes. Even though I have a lot of roaches, having roaches and lings and Banes just makes your army a lot more well-rounded. The Banes hard counter the Hellbats in the front, the lings counter the tanks, the roaches counter the Hellions and kind of the Thors. So this fight ends up going rather well for me because they didn't expect me to have speed Banes. I had not shown speed Banes up to that point. So the first reveal of a unit is oftentimes the most successful. Similar to how in Dota or something, the first use of an item is often a nice power spike where you get some surprise value. So this is just a nice fight. We get Blinding Clouds on tanks. I made 3 Vipers. Multiple Blinding Clouds, so that's a lot of supply of theirs that just wasn't able to participate in the fight. And because I have a bit more eco than them, I'm able to remax. I also banked up more money. I did lose quite a few drones to the Liberator. Let's see. Yeah, they killed 24 of my drones, so my defense against the Liberator could have been better. It's true. But they're having such a problem taking a fourth base. And then adding insult to injury, there is now a burrowed roach who lives here. The command center's like, we're gonna take this new base on the sands. We can't land there. Apparently there's a roach who just lives here underground. We can't disturb its natural habitat, said the command center pilot. I do have to give a shout out to our command center pilots who actively refuse to squish a bug to take a base. They're very conscious of the local ecology. Even if it's just one innocent zergling, they would never squish them. Blinding Clouds were crazy effective, hell yeah. Do you go for different gas counts of playing with different army comps? That's a good question. Actually, no. Not really. Usually I play 6 gases. Pretty much all the time. Whether I'm playing Ultras or this kind of Lingbane Roach Ravager stuff, 6 gases is pretty much all you need. And then you get mineral mining at your 4th base and 5th base. The reason for that is bases, it feels like mine out faster for minerals than they do for gas. I could probably take another couple gases whenever this base is mining out. Yeah, I pretty much always go for 6 gas. If the landing sequence is interrupted by a foreign object, there could be a catastrophic failure. That's true. They don't want their base to get messed up. But nice, that is why I won. Excellent.